Hey guys, and welcome to my SHEGO from Kim Possible makeup tutorial. This tutorial will include a beauty makeup as well as a body paint. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks! I'm wearing a pair of black circle lenses from PinkyParadise and making sure that my face is nice and clean to apply on. I'm starting off by priming my eyes with Urban Decay's Original Primer Potion. Take a little bit on your finger and sweep it all over your lids. Next, I'm taking a generic eyeshadow brush and MAC's single eyeshadow in Gesso and highlighting the inner corners of my eye. I'm using the double-ended eyeshadow brush from the Naked 2 palette and a light green eyeshadow and applying it in my crease and sweeping it out for a smoke-like effect. Next, I'm adding in a medium green shade from the same BHCosmetics palette, and again adding it in the crease. Be sure to extend the eyeshadow outward. Next, go ahead and add in an emerald shade just along the outer corners and in the crease. We're wanting to deepen the smoky eye. I'm taking Foxy from the Naked 2 palette on the same eyeshadow brush that I used to highlight my inner corners and sweeping it along my lid. Next, I'm taking a flat, small eyeshadow brush and the medium green from before, and dragging it along my lower lash line. Add in the dark green color just along the corners. You can also use a dark gray to continue the ombre effect. Lastly, I'm taking MAC's Carbon eyeshadow, which is the blackest eyeshadow I have, and adding it along the corners of my lower lash line. With a very light hand, take Carbon on the same eyeshadow brush from the Naked 2 palette and add a little bit on the outer corners before blending it into the crease. You can clean up any fallout beneath your eye with a makeup wipe. See how much fallout there was? I'm taking the color Foxy beneath my eyebrow and sweeping it into the lightest shade of green. And then I'm taking the light green color and blending it into Foxy just to remove any hard lines. If you'd like the color on your lid to be a little bit brighter, you can pack it on with an eyeshadow brush and then blend it out. The great thing about the Naked 2 colors is that they're extremely buildable. I'm now lining my eyes with L'Oreal's Telescopic eyeliner. I'm making a very thin wing. Don't forget to line your lower lash line as well. Following the natural shape of your eye, take your eyeliner and extend out your inner corner just a little bit. I like to create a V shape and then fill it in. If you notice any harsh areas, take the small eyeshadow brush and blend them out. Now I'm taking Revlon's double-ended eyebrow brush, and using the concealer end, I'm taking Foxy beneath my eyeliner to clean it up. Now it's time for the eyebrows. With the tapered end of the Revlon brush, dip it into Carbon just lightly and begin to line your brows as you normally would. I like to line the bottom of my brows first, and then the ends, and feather them in. I'm taking a lip brush from my Morphe Master Set and my liquid liner and filling in the tails of my eyebrow. Don't forget about SHEGO's upward curl at the front of our eyebrows. You're creating a slightly angry expression. Again, you can clean up beneath your eyebrow with a little bit of Foxy. Now it's time to prime your face. I'm using Benefit's Professional and a Morphe stipple brush to blend it in. Now it's time for the body paint. I'm using a stainless steel palette that I got on Amazon and Ben Nye's water activated cake makeup on a sponge and blending this in lightly with a little bit of water all over my face. Use light feathery strokes to blend the water-activated makeup into your face. Because it's a square sponge, you don't want any hard lines. I'm using different sides of the sponge to get into harder to reach areas like beneath my eyebrows and the corner of my eyes. Now I'm taking Mehron's white liner and starting to outline the general shape of SHEGO's bodysuit. I'm checking back to my reference often to make sure that I'm getting it right. To contour the white base that you put down, I'm using a generic blush brush in a light gray shade to get the general shape of my contour. You can use a smaller eyeshadow brush to start to carve out your features. Begin to deepen your contour and blend it out with several different shades of gray and black. Keep the black eyeshadow primarily at the sides of your face. And if it gets a little messy, you can always color correct with a little more water-based makeup. For my blush, I'm using a generic blush brush and AVON's blush in the color Mad About Mauve and applying it on the high points of my cheeks. I'm also taking a maroon color from a BHCosmetics eyeshadow palette and adding it into my blush to make it a little more intense. You can also blend in white eyeshadow beneath your contour for an even transition. This one is MAC's Gesso. Using Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Drug Lord, I'm applying it all over my bottom lip. I've also gone ahead and contoured my nose and my forehead in light gray shades as I normally would. SHEGO's Cupid bow is not really defined, so I would go ahead and keep your shape very round. I'm applying Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in Weirdo as well to my top lip. Be sure to keep your lips apart until your product's dry. You don't want them transferring. Now with Ben Nye's water-activated makeups in the shades Sunshine Yellow and Gecko Green, I'm scraping some out onto my stainless steel palette and mixing them together. This is going to be the shade for the green on SHEGO's bodysuit. I'm using a foundation brush from Morphe to apply the body paint. Just go ahead and follow the shape that you've already mapped out. Be sure to check your reference often so that you don't get the colors confused. I'm also using Ben Nye's water-activated makeup in black to create the collar that SHEGO has on her bodysuit. Start to fill in the black areas as well. I'm using a small eyeshadow brush from Morphe to get into the harder to reach places. Don't forget to cover your shoulders behind the body paint that you mapped out to create an illusion of a smaller frame. Continue to color in the areas that you've mapped out. I mixed a little bit of black and white water-activated makeup for a medium gray color for the button on her neck. I'm using the same gray mixture and a small eyeshadow brush to separate the different sections of the bodysuit. Don't forget to outline your shoulders as well. I'm starting to shade in the black areas with the gray body paint to give it some dimension. Do the same on the light green areas with the Gecko green body paint. Taking a dark green eyeshadow, I'm going around the light green areas of the bodysuit and shading in where I see necessary. You want to shade in primarily around the edges and the low spots where the light wouldn't catch your clothing. I'm using a white eyeshadow to highlight the light green and the black areas of the bodysuit. Don't forget to add a little white in the button as well. And that's really it for the body paint. It's fairly simple, right? Be sure to give your best fierce faces for this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first YouTube tutorial and I hope you enjoyed it. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends that you think would enjoy this too. Take care, love.